Thank you for pressing play. I go by the name of Keisha Gay. Thank you for tuning in to my podcast, Coffee, Newport, and Chit Chat. So I want to address a couple of things. Let's start this off like this. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and then I moved to Far Rockaway, for those that do not know, Far Rockaway, Queens. Then I got exported out, and I went to the Valley of San Fernando, the San Fernando Valley. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. When I was 14, I was shipped out to San Fernando Valley because I got stabbed when I was in Far Rock. So I grew up in a couple different cities, and because of Far Rock was a great place. We lived by the beach, but the people that moved to Far Rock were obviously from different places. And you see a lot. There's a lot. There were sex people that had Section 8 in Far Rockaway. Even though we live by the beach sounds like a glamorous place, but it was literally, we lived in a complex. Some people will call that a project, but it was not legally a project. It was a complex, and there was people that were, There were people that were addicts that lived in the complex, and their kids, were my friends or type shit like that. I didn't encounter that many times, you feel me? So I couldn't tell you firsthand what, being an addict, a child of an addict is. I couldn't be able to tell you that. A lot of the friends that I have, they probably would have hit it well. I knew that my neighbor, Black, was a drug dealer, and he eventually got killed. And his girl was Keisha. Keisha lived in she was part of the girls' home, whatever. They got together, whatever. I knew their situation because Black lived on the same floor as me when I lived in Far Rockaway. But I moved to Los Angeles in like 91, going into 92. And when I moved, it was a different space for me, obviously. I moved to the San Fernando Valley. I moved where Mexican food was popular, and my taste buds did not like Mexican food when I first tasted it. When I first tasted Mexican food, my dad made me taste it, and I was like, ugh, it was nasty. And I want y'all to understand what taste buds really is. It's a thing. It's a real thing. My taste buds was accustomed to New York food and my Caribbean food. And at that time, it was New York and Caribbean, so it didn't mix well with Mexican. I don't know what it was. I couldn't tell you right now. I may tell you 10 years from now if I studied it more. But that's what it was for me. So I came. My dad said, get used to this food. Get used to whatever. I moved in with my pops because I got stabbed or whatever. And my mom was like tired of this shit because I was a rebellious bad kid. And it made sense why I was rebellious and bad while I'm looking back now, Not at the time, of course. A child does not have discernment. A child does not understand. It's up to the adults to bring understanding to the child. That's number one. So, with that said, I want to talk about colorism. And the reason why I'm talking about colorism is because I remember as a child, the darkest people was made fun of. And I am always on the socials. We talk about this all the time. And while I'm on the socials, I hear this dude don't date black women. That dude don't date black women. And want you black women to sit and meditate on these words. Back when you were younger, they weren't the pick of the litter. Y'all made fun of these men. I've heard black ass nigga several times. And I don't care where it was drawn from, but you attack these men with these words. So why would I go to a woman that attacked me, or a woman that look like you or sound like you or similar to you that attack me, and make her my partner, my wife, my woman, my person? I wouldn't. Because you think my skin is ugly. My skin color is ugly. It's dark. It's like coffee. And it's a lot of people that had that situation that happened. And I've seen it. I was experiencing it. I've never done it when I was younger at all. I don't see making fun of people as a thing. As a child, I can't recall a date that I remember making fun of somebody. But if I did, I apologize. Because your skin tone of color does not make you a bad person, or I shouldn't make fun of that. So, if a man is being made fun of his entire life by his own community, why would I embrace my own community? I wouldn't. So, let's talk about women, because this is usually about us. Me, it's about relationships, lesbian, LGBTQ plus community, LGBTQ. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure I said it right. When I have a attraction for dark complected women, usually. Tika Sumter, I think that's her name. Kelly Rowland, like dark complected women, I've always been attracted to. But they have never been attracted to me. They are always attracted to light complected women. What I do recall when I was growing up, a lot of these parents of these dark complected women, they call them names, and darky, blacky, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, these words are not words of. It might be a word of endearment if you switch it. It might be a word of endearment based on perception, or that person saying, "Hey, you're the blackest, beautiful blackberry I've ever seen in my life." Let me explain further. A lot of these women have been treated badly based on their skin complexion. With that said, a lot of these men has been treated badly, right? Well, I'm going back to the women. Because these women have been treated badly about their skin complexion and how dark it is, they lack self-love. And everything that they usually love is a different grade of complexity. So the complexions that they fall in love with happens to be lighter. Can't be the same, can't be darker, can't be dark at all. Because I have a attraction for dark complected women, they don't like me. I'm not light skinned. I'm not whatever people call light skin, or I'm half breed color, whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that complexion, and they don't like me. They like lighter, because it can't be because of their preference. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. They lack self-love. A lot of them do. And it's unfortunate that they lack self-love to the point that they can't love the same complexion as them or similar to them, based on what abuse they received as a child, because their parents lack self-love for themselves as well, because racism was very impactful to a lot of black people where it comes to their complexion. That's why bleaching is a thing, and it came into a lot of the communities, a lot of people bleach their skin color. And they want to be lighter because they want to be accepted. So I haven't bleached my skin. For some apparent reason, I just love myself. I don't know why. My parents must have did something right when it came to that. But I haven't bleached my skin. But I have seen that women target other people based on their skin color. And they don't understand that they lack love for themselves. I can point it out. I can say, bitch, you don't fucking love yourself. Like, you don't understand that you are good as you are. You know, dark complected, hair kinky, but hair might be straight. Hair might be silky because there's different type of hair textures when it comes to black women. Whatever description that your parents may have put upon you may be because of their own traumas that they had to deal with and they dealt with incorrectly. Because they dealt with it incorrectly, you have endured it. Now you're putting that shit on everybody else. And because I see it, and I know it for a fact that it's true, I'm judging you correctly. I'm judging you accordingly. You need to figure out how to have fucking self-love. This is period, point blank. You need to figure out how to have self-love to the point where I don't have to point it out. I ain't got to say, oh, bitch, you don't love yourself. Because you got contacts in your fucking eyes, your hair is straight. Eyelashes, obviously, that's not a fucking, that's not a racial thing. That's everybody. But you lightening your skin. You want your eyes to be light. You want your hair to be da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? You want all of these things, but be accepted as the person that loves themselves. You don't love yourself. Work on it. Work on loving yourself so you can stop harming people. So you can stop hurting people. So you can stop telling people that they're not okay and they're not enough. Because everybody really is enough unless they have some deep hardening things that they need to deal with. Which we all do at some point in our lives. You can't go through this life without being harmed. You can't go through this life without having some type of trauma. It's ridiculous. It's how we deal with these traumas and how we get past it and how we become who we are supposed to become. I'm going to end it here. I appreciate y'all pressing play. But happy Black History Month, and which I don't celebrate like some others. I think it should be already embedded in our system, in our accordance, in our culture, that Black history is already important, that we don't have to have a month for it. Because for somebody to put a month towards something, that means that it deems importance. I think that we should be celebrating everything all the time. But you know how that shit go. But I want to say thank you for pressing play. I want to thank you for everything. I appreciate y'all. I go by the name of Keisha Gay. Thank you.